Margaret from Bolton just paid £4.20 for her weekly Tesco shop. Not £42, £4.20. And she did not nick a single item. The trick? She knows something most British pensioners do not. There is a legal loophole hidden in the club card's small print that staff are trained never to mention. Today, I am revealing 25 of them. Number 17 saves the average pensioner £312 a year on their council tax, and most have no idea they qualify. Number 9 gets you National Trust access for absolute pennies. And number 3, well, that is the one Iceland quietly tried to remove last March before customer complaints forced them to reverse the decision within a fortnight. These are not scams. They are not technically illegal. But they exist in grey areas the supermarkets, energy companies and councils hope you never discover. Hit that subscribe button before we begin. Let us count down. Number 25. The Boots Advantage Card Mega Points Stacking Trick. Most pensioners load up their Boots card and forget about it, collecting 4 points per pound like everyone else. But there is a hidden tier the staff almost never mention. If you are over 60, you can register for the Boots Over 60s rewards offer, which gives you 10 points per pound on most own brand products on the first Tuesday of every month. Stack that with a fragrance gift offer and a flu jab voucher, and you can walk out with £40 worth of toiletries for under £8 in real money. The trick is timing. Buy your toothpaste, shampoo, and No 7 skincare on that first Tuesday only. Do not let the till assistant talk you into a points booster you do not need. Boots quietly capped this in 2023, but the over 60s scheme survived because removing it would have triggered a Daily Mail campaign they could not afford. Number 24. Specsavers and the NHS-funded glasses pensioners forget. Once you turn 60 in England, your eye test is free. Every pensioner knows that bit. What they do not know is that if you are also receiving pension credit, even just the savings element, you qualify for an NHS Optical voucher worth up to £225 towards glasses. Specsavers staff are not paid to volunteer this. They are paid to sell you the £179 designer frames. You have to walk in with the HC2 certificate and ask, by name, for the voucher to be applied to your prescription. Most opticians will then quietly put you towards the £25 frame range, where the voucher covers everything, including varifocals. A pair that would cost £325 to anyone else costs you literally nothing. This works at any registered NHS optician, but you have to ask. They will never tell you. Number 23. The Iceland Over 60s Tuesday discount that nearly disappeared. Iceland gives a flat 10% off your entire shop on a Tuesday if you are over 60. No minimum spend, no club card required. Just show ID at the till. In March 2024, Iceland tried to quietly remove this in their northern stores, citing margin pressures. Customers in Hull and Middlesbrough caused such a fuss that local papers picked it up within a week. Iceland reversed the decision before April, but here is the part most pensioners miss. The discount also applies to their food warehouse stores, which is where the bulk frozen goods live. 20 quid of chicken breasts becomes £18. Throw it in the chest freezer and you have meals for a fortnight. The catch? You must shop on a Tuesday before 4 p.m. and the cashier has to manually apply it. Self-checkout will not. Number 22. Free prescriptions and the dental loophole. Once you turn 60 in England, every NHS prescription is free. Most pensioners know this. What they do not know is that if you are on Pension Credit Guarantee credit, you also get free NHS dental treatment, free wigs and fabric supports, and travel costs to hospital appointments refunded under the Healthcare Travel Costs Scheme. That last one alone saves the average rural pensioner over £180 a year in petrol and bus fares. You collect the receipts, hand them to the hospital cashier, and walk out with cash that day. Not a cheque in 3 weeks. Cash. The forms are sitting at every hospital reception desk in England. Almost nobody picks them up. Number 21. The B&Q Diamond Card Wednesday discount. If you are over 60, B&Q gives you a diamond card that knocks 10% off your entire shop on Wednesdays only. Garden tools, paint, kitchen units, the lot. But here is the loophole. there is no minimum spend, and the discount stacks on top of clearance prices. So when B&Q does its end-of-season garden clearance with sheds at 70% off, you get another 10% off the clearance price on a Wednesday. A £400 shed becomes £108. The card itself is free, takes 30 seconds to register at the till, and works in every B&Q in the country. They do not advertise this anywhere on their website front page. You have to dig 3 menus deep to find it. First pattern break. Here is where it gets really interesting. Number 20. Senior Railcard Split Ticketing. Every pensioner over 60 knows the Senior Railcard saves a third on rail fares. £30 a year, easy. But here is what the train operators absolutely do not want you to know. You can split a single journey into multiple tickets, and as long as the train stops at every station you have a ticket for, it is completely legal. London to Edinburgh, direct on the LNER, costs £142 with the Railcard. The same journey, split into 4 tickets covering the same train, costs £58. Train Split and Split My Tickets are the websites that calculate this for you. Add the Railcard discount on top, and you can travel the length of Britain for less than a tank of petrol. National Rail tried to lobby for this to be banned in 2019. They lost. The loophole exists because of a 1995 privatisation rule nobody bothered to update. Number 19. Greggs end-of-day clearance and the Yorkshire pudding wrap secret. Walk into any Greggs after 4:30 p.m. and watch the staff. They are pulling sausage rolls, steak bakes, and Yorkshire pudding wraps from the warmer because policy says they cannot sell them past closing. In most stores, the manager will sell them to anyone who asks for half price between 5 p.m. and closing. Some Greggs even do them for a flat 50p. The trick is asking the actual manager, not the till assistant, and going to a quieter standalone Greggs rather than a busy Station 1. A Yorkshire pudding wrap that was £4.10 at lunch is 40p at 6 in the evening. 3 of them in your freezer is 3 lunches for the price of a stamp. Greggs head office knows this happens. They allow it because the alternative is binning the food, which costs them more. Number 18. Council tax single-person discount and the severe mental impairment disregard. If you live alone, you already get 25% off your council tax. Most pensioners know this. What far fewer know is that if you live with someone who has been diagnosed with dementia, Alzheimer's, or any condition classified as severe mental impairment, that person is disregarded for council tax purposes. So a couple where one partner has dementia pays the same council tax as a single person. That is potentially £600 to £900 a year, refunded, backdated as far as the diagnosis. Councils do not advertise this. Many will not mention it even if you ring them directly. You have to fill in form CT-SMI yourself. Age UK has a downloadable version. The savings are backdated to the date of diagnosis, not the date you applied. Some pensioners have received £4,000 lump sum refunds. Number 17. M&S Sparks Card Birthday Stacking. The M&S Sparks Card is free, gives you the occasional voucher, and most pensioners use it once and forget. But during your birthday month, Sparks reliably sends a personalised offer, usually 20% off your entire shop, or a free Colin the Caterpillar. Here is the loophole. The Sparks app also drops a treat most weeks, which can be 10% off food, 20% off clothing, or a free coffee. These can be stacked with the birthday offer in the same transaction. Add an M&S Bank credit card, which gives 1 point per £1, and you are looking at a discount of around 25% to 30% on a single shop, once a year, if you time it right. Pensioners report doing their entire Christmas food shop in this window and saving £80 plus. Number 16. Lidl Middle Aisle Thursday Rotation. The famous Lidl Middle Aisle. The non-food bit with the bizarre power tools and ski jackets. Most shoppers wander through and grab whatever catches the eye. Pensioners who have learned the system know that Lidl rotates this stock every Thursday and Sunday. Anything left over from the previous Thursday gets reduced on the following Wednesday afternoon. Half price, sometimes more. So a £45 angle grinder becomes £18. A £29 garden chair becomes £9. The trick is going on a Wednesday afternoon between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. The discount stickers go on between staff shift changes. Get there too early, the items are still full price. Too late, and the bargain hunters have cleared the lot. Number 15. Wetherspoon's camera voucher loophole. This one is brilliant and almost nobody knows about it. Camera, the campaign for real ale, costs about £30 a year to join. As a member, you get £30 worth of Wetherspoon's real ale vouchers posted to your house every year. So your membership pays for itself instantly. But here is the trick. Camera also gives you 10% off in some Wetherspoon's hotels, free entry to the Great British Beer Festival, and access to discount nights at independent pubs. The vouchers are 50p off a pint, which adds up if you are a regular. Pensioners who go to their local Spoons 3 times a week save approximately £156 a year on top of the OAP breakfast deal. The membership alone returns 5 times what you put in. Number 14. The free bus pass cross-border trick. Every pensioner knows the free bus pass exists. Different rules in England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. What most do not know is that an English pass is technically valid in Wales, and a Scottish pass is valid throughout Scotland on a far wider range of services, including some long-distance coaches and ferries to the islands. A Scottish pensioner can travel from Stranraer to Inverness for nothing. An English pensioner crossing into Wales can use most local Welsh services for free. Even better, in some London boroughs, the 60-plus Oyster card kicks in 5 years before the national bus pass, at age 60 instead of 66. That is 6 years of free London transport that most people miss because they assume it starts with the state pension age. The application is on the TfL website. 10 minutes, no fee. Number 13. Aldi yellow sticker timing. Aldi reduces fresh produce, meat and bakery items in 2 waves. The first wave is 8 AM, when items expiring that day get a 30% sticker. The second wave is around 7 PM in most stores, when those same items drop to 75% off. Pensioners who shop at 7:15 PM on a Sunday or Monday, when stock is being cleared before deliveries, can fill a basket with steak, salmon, fresh bread and cheese for around £6 to £8. The freezer at home does the rest. Aldi staff are not allowed to tell you when the stickers go on, but they always go on at the same time in each store. Ask the staff once on a quiet morning and they will tell you. After that, you simply turn up at that time every week. Second pattern break, the next ones get controversial. Number 12. The TV license over 75 pension credit hack. Since 2020, the free TV license for over 75s has been means tested. To get it free, you must be over 75 and receiving pension credit. Here is the part the BBC, very quietly, does not advertise. Around 850,000 eligible pensioners do not claim pension credit because they think their savings or modest income disqualify them. The threshold is far higher than most assume. Pension credit guarantee tops up your income to £218 a week if single, £332 if a couple, in the 2025 to 26 tax year. Even a small private pension on top can still leave you eligible. The application takes 40 minutes by phone. Once approved, you not only get the income top-up, you trigger free TV license, council tax reduction, free dental, cold weather payments, warm home discount and housing benefit. The TV license alone is worth £174.50 a year. The combined unlock can exceed £3,900 annually. The DWP estimates over £1 billion of pension credit goes unclaimed every single year. Number 11. BT Home Essentials and the Broadband social tariff loophole. If anyone in your household receives pension credit, universal credit, or certain other benefits, BT will give you full fibre broadband and unlimited UK calls for £15 a month. The same package costs £49.99 to a non-eligible customer. The catch? BT call centre staff have a script that does not mention Home Essentials unless you ask for it by name. Ring up, say, "I would like to switch to BT Home Essentials," and the agent has to oblige. Sky Mobile, Vodafone, EE, and Virgin Media all have their own equivalents now, all hidden behind the same script wall. The Ofcom website lists every social tariff in the country. Switching takes 14 working days. The savings, around £420 a year, are pure cash back into your pocket. Number 10. Asda Rewards Cash Pot Stacking. Asda's Rewards app gives you a cash pot that fills up as you complete missions. Spend £30 in fresh produce, get £1. Buy a particular brand of butter, get 50 pence. Most shoppers ignore the missions because they look like work. But pensioners who treat the missions as a weekly habit can fill a cash pot worth £15 to £25 a month, redeemable as cash off your shop. Stack that with the Asda Rewards birthday offer, with the £6 lunch deal at the in-store cafe, and the over 60s discounts on their George clothing clearance, and the average pensioner saves around £35 to £40 a month at Asda. That is a free shop every 6 weeks, just for tapping a few buttons on a phone. Number 9. National Trust and the Art Pass loophole. National Trust membership is £91.20 a year for an individual, more for a couple. Far too dear for most pensioners. But here is the loophole. The National Art Pass, run by the Art Fund, costs around £75 a year for a senior, but it gets you into over 240 paid-for museums and galleries free, and 50% off entry to most National Trust properties on top of that. If you visit 4 or 5 National Trusts a year, plus the V&A, plus a few regional galleries, the Art Pass pays for itself in 2 visits. Even better, many local councils offer a Friends of scheme for nearby castles or estates that gets you free entry to that property and reciprocal entry at others. Hampton Court Friends, for example, gets you into all historic royal palaces for less than half the National Trust price. Most pensioners pay full price because they assume the National Trust is the only option. Number 8. The Costa Coffee Club Triple Stamp Birthday Week. Costa Coffee Club gives you 1 stamp per drink, 8 stamps gets a free coffee. Standard stuff. The hidden bit is in the app's terms. During your birthday week, you receive triple stamps on every purchase. So 3 coffees in your birthday week earns you a full reward, plus a separate free birthday drink, plus access to Double Stamp Tuesday promotions Costa runs roughly 6 times a year. A pensioner who walks past a Costa daily can rack up around 30 free coffees a year just by timing it. Greg's Rewards works in a similar way. Build the timing into your routine and you barely buy a hot drink at full price ever again. Number 7. Morrison's Too Good to Go. Magic Bags. Too Good to Go is the app where shops sell food at the end of the day for a third of the price to avoid binning it. Morrison's participates heavily alongside Greggs, M&S, Pret, and most major chains. A £10 Morrison's Magic Bag reliably contains 30 pounds of fresh fruit, vegetables, baked goods, and sometimes meat or fish nearing its date. Pensioners who collect a Magic Bag twice a week from a participating store eat for around £20 a week on goods that would otherwise cost them £60. The catch is collection windows are tight, usually 30 minutes, and you must arrive on time. The bonus is the food is unbranded as discounted. Nobody at the till knows you paid less. The dignity matters to a lot of pensioners. Number 6. Specsavers, Vision Express, and the Second Pair Scheme. Beyond the NHS voucher, all the major opticians run a 2 pairs from £69 promotion that locks pensioners in. The trick is that on most of those deals, if you are over 60 and on pension credit, the voucher covers your first pair completely. So you walk out with 2 pairs of glasses, one paid for entirely by the NHS, the second at the deal price, often around £29 to £49. Vision Express also runs a free hearing test for over 55s that includes a complimentary hearing aid trial. That hearing aid alone, if you ever needed one privately, would cost upwards of £1,200. The trial gets you fitted, calibrated, and assessed at no charge, after which you can decline and walk away. Or apply for one through the NHS, which now uses the same models for free. The high street optician chain wars have created loopholes nobody on a fixed income should ignore. Third pattern break. Here is the most powerful one of the lot. Number 5. Warm Home Discount Automatic Award. The Warm Home Discount is £150 off your electricity bill, paid automatically every winter. Most pensioners assume you have to apply. You do not in most cases. If you receive the guarantee element of pension credit, the £150 lands on your account between October and March without you doing anything. If you are on a low income but not pension credit, the broader group application opens in October and closes within weeks. Energy suppliers will not chase you to apply. They are happy if you do not. The other secret is the cold weather payment, which kicks in automatically when temperatures drop to 0 or below for 7 consecutive days. £25 per week, paid into your bank with no application. In a hard winter, that can be £100 to £150 of additional support that arrives unannounced. Most pensioners discover it months later when they finally check their statements. Number 4. The McDonald's Senior Coffee 99p loophole. This one is real and almost nobody outside the over 60s knows it. Walk into any UK McDonald's, ask for a senior coffee, and you will pay 99p for any size. Some stores will give it to you free with a McMuffin order. The McDonald's policy is unwritten. It is genuinely up to the franchisee, but every store in the country participates because they prefer not to be the one that says no to a pensioner at 7 a.m. Add the McDonald's app, which has rotating offers including 99p McMuffins and free fries with any purchase, and a pensioner can have a hot breakfast and bottomless coffee for £1.98. Costa, Caffè Nero, and Greggs do not match this. McDonald's is, against all expectations, the cheapest hot drink on the British high street if you are over 60. Number 3. Tesco Clubcard Challenges and the £15 voucher hack. This is the one Iceland tried to quietly remove in March 2024 before customer outrage forced a reversal. Tesco Clubcard now has Clubcard Challenges inside the app. Personalised missions like spend £20 on F&F clothing this month, or buy 3 Tesco Finest ready meals. Complete the challenge and Tesco awards bonus points worth up to £15 of Clubcard vouchers, on top of your normal points. Pensioners can run multiple challenges simultaneously, and the challenges adapt to your shopping pattern, so they are usually things you would buy anyway. Stack the challenges with the Clubcard Plus subscription, which doubles the value of vouchers when redeemed for partner rewards like Pizza Express or RAC breakdown cover. And the average pensioner can generate £200 to £300 of redeemable value a year on top of the basic points. The Iceland crisis was actually about Tesco doing this so well that other supermarkets felt pressure to copy. The loophole is that the challenges almost always include items already on your weekly list. Number 2. Pension credit and the £3,900 unlock. If you take only one thing from this video, take this. Pension credit is the single most underclaimed benefit in Britain. The DWP estimates around 850,000 pensioners eligible for it never claim. The threshold is higher than most people assume. As long as your weekly income is below £218 if single, or £332 as a couple, even with savings under £10,000 not affecting it, you almost certainly qualify. Once you receive pension credit, even if it is just 1 penny a week, it acts as a passport. You unlock free NHS dental, free TV licence over 75, council tax reduction up to 100%, the £150 warm home discount automatic, cold weather payments, housing benefit, the BT Home Essentials tariff, free school transport for grandchildren in your care, and a Christmas bonus. Citizens Advice estimates the combined value at over £3,900 a year on top of the cash payment itself. The phone application takes 40 minutes. The form mentions none of this. You have to know to ask. Number 1. Attendance allowance for any chronic condition. The biggest, most ignored loophole in British pensioner finances is attendance allowance. It is non-means tested, non-taxable, and pays £73.90 or £110.40 a week, depending on the level of need, for any pensioner over 66 who has a long-term illness or disability that means they need help looking after themselves. And here is the part Age UK has been shouting about for years. The bar is far lower than people think. You do not need to be in a wheelchair. You do not need a carer. Conditions like arthritis, diabetes, hearing loss, vision impairment, anxiety, mobility issues from a hip replacement, or even chronic back pain qualify millions of pensioners who never apply because they assume, "I am not that bad." The application form is 30 pages, which puts most people off. Age UK and Citizens Advice will fill it in for you for free. Once approved, the payment is £3,800 to £5,700 a year, lifelong. and it triggers higher rates of pension credit and housing benefit on top. Some pensioners receive a backdated lump sum of £6,000 to £8,000 within months of applying. The DWP does not advertise this. Your GP will not mention it. Even some council benefits advisors miss it. Pick just one loophole from this list, try it this week, and tell me in the comments how much you saved. Then hit subscribe and pass this on to anyone over 60 you care about. Because these are not tricks, they are entitlements your nan would have known by heart.